So guys, today in this video I'm going to talk about uh, the more practical, or let's say more adopted, more better in all the manners architectural framework, which is clean architecture, and which is really I as well promote that because that really hammers in all the advantages of hexagonal plus the onion framework, as well as it also gives an option for really managing clusters, scalability, as well as keeping the core as secured as possible from all the external influences, from the change of technologies, frameworks, etc. And that basically is your clean architecture, right? Clean architecture, when I say it also has concentric layers like your onion framework, but really at the core you have the entities, the various business entities which you define for your application. So those basically your domain specific knowledge comprises of your entities, which are really independent of everything else which is going on in the various layers, uh, prominating from inside to outside, right? So you have basically your entities, your domain knowledge in the core, and then you have your various application business use cases, your business implementations forming a layer outside your entities, and you have another layer which is really outside, which is the interfaces. Now the interfaces could be your external services, could be your UI databases, it could be interchange between databases, various devices which you are connecting to your application, etc. So those basically comprise of your external interfaces. So you have multiple layers, and those multiple layers flow the data from outside to inside, and your core comprises of your really your entities. Okay, so what really it promotes is that interchangeability, right? You could switch one database for another, you could switch one UI for another, you could switch one device for another, without really having any problem at the core, and your core is ready to go ahead with the data which it has. So it really promotes inversion of control, dependency injection, right? And basically the separation of concerns, so your team can really evolve around the different concentric layers which you are building into the application. So this has actually generated a lot of revenues for many companies, and you can go over them on the internet as well. But the idea is really going one step ahead hexagonal, and going one step ahead onion frameworks, really. In hexagon you basically interact with the multiple ports, but your business and logic and your domain entities are conglomerated inside the central core, right? So this is what we try to avoid in clean architecture. Your business logic lies above your domain knowledge, so your domain is not affected by your business implementations around it, and the business implementations could provide data to your domain, where domain remains constant, and your application logic could be either present in your domain knowledge, or could be in the use cases based on the demand. So this really promotes test driven development, faster development, separation of concerns, and inversion of control. You could see proper concentric layer here, and dependency injections which come in through the various interfaces which we are developing. So and this really has it's been a revolution in the way the monolithic applications were handled, and now in the way when we are moving to distributed architecture with various microservices. So this has been the go-to pattern, and it has actually evolved multiple layers, and people are moving towards achieving this in their applications, right? And we as architects as well should also go ahead with these kind of architectures. There are a few more architectures, but I would say that this is at the top, and we should aim for a clean architecture in uh, any uh, any project, any domain, any enterprise related things which we really go ahead and do it, right? So this is what I wanted to talk about in today's video, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care, guys.